it together and becomes Sinai. Mount Sinai is nothing more than the mountain of the moon god, which, you know, I don't care. If you think that's holy, fine. But there's nothing holy in Israel. There ain't never been nothing holy in Israel. There's nothing holy in Rome. There's nothing holy in Salt Lake City. There's nothing holy in Rome. And there sure as hell is nothing holy in Mecca. All of this is a play on words and terms, and that's why you can call out to God, and all the nations of the world can call out to the divine to protect you and to protect your country, and there's no protection coming. God did not step in to save the Jews from Hitler, and it does not appear that God's doing anything to step in to save this country. Why? Because like Thomas Jefferson says, I fear for this country when I remember that God is just. Meaning that until you get yourself in line with truth, and until you've got this correctly understood the divine presence in the universe and what is truth, and until you do that, don't call out to God. And remember how in the book of Isaiah, when the scripture says, don't call, the scripture says in Isaiah, God saying to the people, when what you dread comes upon you as pregnant pains upon a pregnant woman, as pains of distress upon a pregnant woman, when what you dread comes upon you like pains of distress on a pregnant woman, do not call out to me to help you. Do not call out, because I will not be found. Quite simply meaning, until you get your theology and your life in tune with the divine universe and that divine universal God force in the universe, until you start getting yourself in tune with the real truth of who God is and who created this universe and how it all came into being, until you're ready to do that, don't call out to God for anything. Because God is going to do whatever he's going to do, but just make sure you don't get in the way, thinking that you're doing something wonderful, and come to find out, no, you're part of the problem. You haven't done your homework. And that's what I've been telling people for years. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. I'm telling you, do your homework. Because I am totally convinced that there is a very powerful divine presence in the universe that I myself refer to as God. I don't know what God is, but I know what he isn't. And consequently, I have a high respect for that divine presence in the universe, and I think we need to get in tune with it, because that's the only thing that's going to save us. Our leaders are not leaders, they're misleaders. Yet the original Yahweh seems to have begun as a volcano god. Mount Sinai.
So, real quick, I'm going to pause it right here, and regardless if this gets edited or not, it's Monday about 8:49 p.m., October 13th. And what I'm going to say to you guys is this guy, his name is Jordan Maxwell, and you might want to look it up for yourself and see what he says, but he makes some pretty good sense right there. And he's right. That's the only thing that's going to save America. It's the only thing that's going to save this country, our kids, your kids, the people that are good, the older, the elderly, the middle age, and even the young people and the rest of the world, is that, finding the truth. And not only finding it, but aligning yourself with it, and then, practicing it, and it's the just. And when you start looking into this and find the truth, you figure out very quickly what the just is. And so immediately when I heard him, he has a bunch of other stuff he presents, I knew exactly that he has done his homework, because I've been doing a lot of homework on this. And so, it's become self-evident. And you start learning, you start looking around like, we're born into this. These guys are some smart monkeys, huh? So anyways, take a look, and we'll title this, What is Going to Save America?